my name is Sajid Rahim. I'm a 2D 3D artist and animator. Today we are going to create these short curly hairs in Zbrush, and this is the 7th part of our hair creation tutorial series, and this is the last part. But this part is very unique and different than other parts because in this part we are going to create our hairs in a thick form. As you can see, we have our very nice looking curly hairs, but it seems like these hairs are 2D hair cards, but actually these are not 2D hair cards. These hairs are 3D hairs, and these are rounded. These are properly three-dimensional hairs. Let me just quickly show you what actually I have done. If I select the hair and if I decrease the opacity strength, here you can see this is the 3D form, and these hairs are 3D. You can say these hairs are pipes, and I actually just twist them and shorten them, so these looks like here you can see these are very curly and twisty. So this is very easy to create this type of hair effect, and we can add any texture to these hairs. We can unwrap these hairs very easily inside Zbrush. So this is the actual tutorial that I'm gonna show you, that how you can create 3D hairs, and you can use 2D images or 2D textures on it, so it seems like more natural and more realistic. We also have an option to make them more smoother. Here we have option smooth mesh. If we enable it, you will see the whole mesh will be smooth, and it looks way much better than before. But I'm gonna just delete this one and I'm gonna create new one. Okay, we are in Zbrush now. Now we have to make some important changes. Just make this slider to 100%, and this should be 50%. Okay, and before actually inserting, we have to enable it. We have to go to the edit object tab first. After that, we have to go to the preference and make the draw size to full, and this should be around 50%. And we can also scale the document size. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna hold down the Alt key, and if I tap on the mesh, it will automatically select it. And I'm gonna enable the symmetry by hitting X key, and we also need to subdivide the mesh 2 or 3 times. So I'm gonna subdivide the mesh 2 times by hitting Ctrl and D button, and we have to mask it completely. For this, I'm gonna hold down the Control key and click on the empty area. It will be completely masked, and now we have to unmask the edges. So for this, we have to hold down the Control and Alt key and just paint the area where we want to remove the masking. Actually, I have a problem with my mouse, so this is why I accidentally move it very much. Okay, masking is done now. Now we have to go to the fiber mesh section and create some fibers. And we also need to go to the Z plugin, and we have to enable this one, real-time haircut plugin, and we also have to generate our hairs from this button as well. Again, I'm going to the fiber mesh section here, and I'm gonna preview it again, and I'm gonna enable the settings. So this is very important that we have to first enable this one and this one as well to generate our hairs. If you need texture map from the plugin, then you can use this one, but if you already have any other texture maps for your hairs, you can leave this one and we can work only with the fiber mesh. And this time for the thicker hair, I'm gonna choose a preset here, fiber 132. Just double click on it and it will be applied on our mesh. And here you can see we have a very thin mesh. Let me just increase the coverage so we can see the hair form easily. Here we have a coverage slider. I'm gonna just move it to the end, and if I decrease the max fiber, here you can see these are very thick fibers and these are actually twisted and revolved. So what I'm going to do here, you can see these are very thick from the base and they are thin from the middle. This is happening because we have a profile for these hairs, something like this, and it is a predefined profile. We have to reset it. Just click on the reset button and hit OK, so we can reset the thickness of these hairs. Here we also have a length profile, but we don't need to mess with it. If you want, you can check and see how it looks and how it behaves, but I'm okay with the default one. You can see we have 3D hairs. Why we have 3D hairs this time? Because here you can see we have a profile option, and this is the option that it means if we have a profile 2, it means we have a rectangular hair, and if we increase the profile, our hair will become very smoother. So I'm gonna show you quickly. Let's see. If I move my profile to 16 and press OK, you will see we have very nice smooth mesh. But if I decrease it to 1, you can see we have the hair cards like 2D planes. We have only 2D planes. But if I move it to 2, so then we have very small thickness here. Let's just try 3. Okay, here you can see now we have 3 polygons on our each strand or each hair. And if we move it furthermore to 4, now we have a quad hair, and our hairs are generated on a quad. But I'm happy with the 6 profile, so I'm gonna select 6. We can also increase it, but if we need any smoothness, we can do this later inside character creator. We will just smooth it out inside character creator. So we can leave it to 6. We can also play around the segments. The more segments we have, the more smoother mesh we have, but I'm okay with the 22. It's still very, very high for this type of hairs. Okay, what I'm going to do is to just increase the density of the hairs. Let me try 2000. We can also play around with the gravity settings. Maybe -0.15 Okay, this is looking pretty well. We can also increase or decrease the length, but I will make them shorter. I guess 500 will work. Okay, we have a very nice thick mesh here. Now what we have to do is to accept it from here if we want to apply our hair texture, but if we want to apply only this, we want to accept it from the fiber mesh, we can also do this. So this time I'm gonna use this one from the fiber mesh, and now what we have to do is to make to create fiber UVs for these hairs. So just go to the create section and hit this fiber UV button, and then go to the adjust settings and flip the UVs. So just flip V and our UVs will be fixed, and now we are ready to send it to character creator. If you wish, you can also work with these fiber mesh brushes, and you can also use these fiber mesh brushes from this plugin. Suppose if we need to move the strands, we can do this something like this, or we can move it to the side, up or down, whatever, wherever we want. We can twist the hairs, and we can do so many stuff with these buttons as well. So let me just quickly update it. Here you can see we have very nice looking stylized cartoonish hair, but we are going to create them as to look like realistic. So we have to go to the material section, and now we have to apply some changes, apply some textures, and changes will appear. Like you can see, it's looking very nice. We can also use this one for the hair, so we have all the same textures. And for the realism, we have to apply digital human shader, and maybe we should decrease the strength of the base color. We can also add base color in the diffuse color section. Here you can see we can apply any type of colors on our mesh. I am happy with this one, so I'm gonna choose this color. Please remember that we can always smooth our mesh with the help of this smooth mesh button, so we can get very smooth mesh. And now we have to rename it. And we have to apply these here as a hairs, so we have to convert it to accessory first, and then we have to define our mesh as a hair mesh. So just click on it and use the first one. You can also use this one, but I'm okay with the first one. Just click on any template and hit apply, so it will be applied. And here you can see we have a hair icon before the name. It means our hairs are defined as a hair. So we can save these hairs. Just go to the custom tab, click on it, and go to the hair tab and just save it and pick any name. Add any name for these hairs and hit the OK button, and you will see these hairs will be saved in the category that these hairs will be saved on the category that we already defined for the before saving. So we can find these hairs in the hairs custom hair section. Here we have our hairs 07, you can see. So guys, this is how you can create realistic hairs for your games, and even you can use these hairs for your any kind of animations, and these hair looks very natural and realistic. So I hope you guys you all like the video and my effort and my and you like my artwork. So I'm very happy with with the results. So I hope you guys will motivate me just by giving me a thumbs up and stay tuned with my channel. So this is very great for me, and I can bring more content for you guys, so you can get a benefit from them, and I will bring more artistic ideas and some problem solving solutions, so guys you can get benefit from it. So I will see you guys in the any next art, and until that have a good journey.